Welcome back to another episode of the Offer Hustle. I'm your host, DJ MC All in 3, Deona Hustle. Major shout out to esai.nspn. You hear that? Yeah. Major shout out also on the KCK side with it to the shop, Cigar Lounge. If you haven't been there, you got to check it out. I still need to do cigars. One of these episodes, I keep saying it, but I will, I promise. But maybe by 60. By the 60th episode, I'm going to do it for the aesthetics.
Put some weed in it.
I'm not, absolutely not. We need to lay off the weed. This is a lay off the weed production.
Okay.
I'm going to add that on there too. Okay, so this, he said no, not at all. So today's episode is special. It's 51, and we have a reoccurring guest. Please welcome my co-host of Hustle and Shine in the Morning, one of the best DJs in the town, the big homie Brian B. Shine.
I love you, D. I appreciate it. You know, this is episode 51. That's a special number for me.
Why?
Well,
because of the one? Because ones and eights were...
No.
Okay.
Well, 8, yes.
Okay.
And then 71. That was my football number, my nephew football number, my Jared, my little brother football number, and our father football number.
Oh, it was 51 or 71? Oh, okay.
But my father died at 51.
Oh, dang.
And it's the 20th anniversary of that coming up.
Oh, wow.
As well as the 20th anniversary of being at the station. So, yeah, 51,
numbers.
51 is appropriate.
You're a numbers man.
I am a numbers person. To me, they all make sense at the end of the day.
If you see him running them numbers at the 7th Street Casino up the street,
stop. I don't do that.
Tell him put some extra money down.
What's she talking about?
Now, okay, so this episode is considered the hot takes. So we're going to say some things that might make people be like, what? That's how they feel? Or I don't know, just in general, because I feel like we have a lot of conversations off air, like in between when we're on air on Hot 103 Jams, where we can't talk too much longer because we already hit our timestamp. So it's like, okay,
right.
You and I just still are talking about this conversation because it's just that, we're just passionate about this topic. So we're going to have a lot of those topics throughout the show. But first, I want to start off with a new segment called What Comes to Mind First. So I'm going to just say a word. It's going to be maybe people, places, things, an assortment of stuff. And you're going to have to tell me the first thing that comes to mind when you hear that. Okay?
All right, bet.
Okay. First thing, barbecue.
Gates and LCs.
Okay.
And it's a specific reason with that.
Okay, go ahead and share.
So I like Village Green. That's where I grew up at. Mm-hmm. Right there on 45th, 46th and Paseo. And Gates, it's right there. Like
right there.
The old Gates, like if you're going south on Paseo, the old Gates was on the left side. The Gates now, if you're going south, is on the right side. Okay. So on the east side, how it used to be, it was right there by Village Green. Mm-hmm. So every morning when you go outside,
you used to smell that
in the summertime, especially, boy, it's right there in your nose.
I wish we had a Gates near the station. That'd be perfect.
It's by the station, but not by
smelling
the
distance.
Right?
What I'm talking about.
Distance. Okay, there we go.
Instead
of the chicken shack right there at the gas station.
That was cool, but I was disappointed when I was like, that's just the gas station. I don't want to do that.
And then LCs, because my grandmother actually was cooking with LCs.
Oh, so you got the secret recipe?
Yeah, I guess at Royal Stadium, and and so we already like that. We knew LCs before his barbecue restaurant, so that's how LCs and Gates are always
your top two.
Yeah.
All right, potholes.
Prospect.
Really, potholes that bad?
They are.
On Prospect specifically? Because I feel like I've been plenty places in Kansas City and other cities where the potholes is astronomical. There we go. Sound it out.
So I specifically named Prospect because there's a reel that I have on Facebook and on Instagram that's currently, there's a discussion on there. And when you mention East Side, when you think about the East Side of Kansas City, the main street that you really mention is Prospect. Because, I mean, to be honest now, the red line done got pushed over to where Prospect is. And so that's why that was the first thing that came to mind. And I mean, the sidewalks are bad, the potholes are bad. But everybody points their finger and blames Mayor Lucas all the time for everything about, but it's bigger than that. It's more than that. There needs to be more of an investment on that side of the city.
Yeah. Do you think, and this is a side conversation, do you think people invest in things that they see as potential? And I ask that meaning, if we don't take care of our own streets, do we expect other people to take care of it? And that's always a popular conversation, not specifically the Prospect, but just in other cities and or certain streets where people be like, well, we need this and we need that. But it's like, but every time people go out there, they littering and they not even treating their own as much.
Yeah, but that's a much layered and bigger conversation when we talk about opportunities, economic struggle with people, and
that's real.
the mindset of people and the hopelessness that some people feel in these areas. You know what I'm saying? There's a sense of, well, I don't give a damn because there's nothing to give a damn about. There's no future to give a damn about. It doesn't look good over here. I don't care about it looking good.
So let's invest so that we won't be hopeless like that.
Yeah, it's because, and I say it's a bigger and layered conversation because where are the jobs? Where are the opportunities? The damn grocery stores are closing.
That's a real conversation.
It's just it's bigger than just, you know. And I'm not saying you're pointing the finger at nobody, but for anybody to point the finger at the people, them alone, of course they play a part in it, and there is a sense of responsibility with the residents, and we do need to take care of our own, and there are certain people that don't. We know that, we see that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is they need some help.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they're gonna end. I'm with you when you're right. Okay. Next word. Town topic. What's the first thing that comes to mind? I know the first thing come to my mind. What first thing come to yours?
I mean, it's boring, but it was the first thing. Late night, like that's just the first thing. But other than that, as far as the food is concerned, it's cool. I already know what's gonna go there.
I ain't even got nothing. I mean, I already said my 2 cents about. This the thing.
I've had worse. You know what's worse in town topic?
But just saying you've had worse is not a bar. That's in the bar's in hell.
You act like it's the worst. It's
thing
not.
Ever.
Winstead's, it's hella worse than town topic.
I think they're equal.
Nah,
I think they're equal. Town. I haven't been to Winstead since I first moved here, and I need to try them again so I can really give that. I tried Town Topic in my adult life, so I can say.
When was the last time you had it? When we had it, you got to have it again.
Oh no, absolutely not.
It's
first
not
and last time. I said, "Oh, this is."
She.
There's no Lawry's, no seasoning, no nothing. It's dry.
I've had way worse than that.
But the thing is, too, I respect the fact that it's a late night spot. That's the point. Is you are so lifted or whatever. You don't care. You just need something to eat. You just need grease. So that's the point of it's like so it's like shout out to them because that's the focus point. No one's saying midday, oh dang, I really need me some Town Topic. That I ain't really heard that.
Ain't nobody eating that in the middle of the day.
Exactly. And why do you think that is?
Yeah, no, I mean that's not middle of the day food.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a late night. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It's convenient.
I ain't in the middle
It's
of the day.
5 spots in the metro that's open.
Do you plan to shut down your entire day? Ain't nobody eating that in the middle of the day.
I don't know if you remember this one place called Rockstar Burgers, and they was around when I was in college, and I think it was like by Hy-Vee Arena or something.
I never ate there.
It was like every morning I woke up, it wasn't well. Cause it was just grease and it was just not, cause we used to go there late night.
Oh, you weren't well.
Yes. Because every single time, so anytime we used to go there, I stopped eating. Cause I'm not eating here anymore because it used to take me through there all the time. Like, so anyways, next word, fried rice.
St. Louis.
Okay, just making sure we ain't acting crazy.
Oh no, never that. No, St. Louis got the best fried rice I've ever eaten in my life, and it's never gonna be topped ever.
Okay. Next word, Hot 103 jams.
Myron D and Tony G, both of them.
Both of them.
Nah, because
that's a lot of history in that building.
Tony gave me my name, and Myron is, and still is the backbone of that radio station.
For sure.
You and I know that. For those who don't know that, through the eras that Myron has been there, he been there since 89, I think.
Wow.
And I think he got on the morning show in 90. And he's been PD in 99, operations manager in 11. He's been the HNIC ever since then. And
yeah, for sure.
We know the work that he's put in and the dedication. Like, he done always been like that, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say those two. And Tony G, His name speaks for itself, and he gave me my name.
Facts. Okay. Monarchs.
Dang, man, it's like 3 things that come to mind. 3 or 4 things. Bob Kendrick, Kansas City,
for sure.
Satchel Paige, and Jackie Robinson too. All of those came to mind. Just
the history.
I appreciate so much the history that is only in our city. It
makes it unique.
It is so special. And over the past, I would say 15 years or so, Mr. Bob Kendrick has done a tremendous job of making people appreciate
absolutely
what the Negro Leagues is about, and how its attachment to Kansas City makes us such a great city, and how can't nobody else touch that.
Yeah, them added to the MLB video game. Like that when I remember when that happened, like was it 2 years ago or so? That was elite.
It was like 4 years.
It was 4 years. It was that long ago.
Yeah, it was like.
But like that alone is just like elite. That you know. So I know they've done way bigger things, but that was the thing that resonated to me. Being the video game kid in me was just like, oh wow, y'all on a video game, and it's very exclusive to to Kansas City too. So that's something that other cities can't touch.
Satchel Paige. I wish one thing that I want to speak on that I've never really talked about is Satchel Paige Memorial Stadium. It's right there on Swope Parkway, and I wish it was something that we could do, something in the budget or something fundraising that we could do to revitalize that stadium. Because man, ain't nobody in the world got what we have with Satchel Paige and the Negro Leagues. And like I wish we could do something about that stadium, because and I played baseball in that stadium when I was in high school in Northeast. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I love the Negro Leagues, man. I do.
Last word for you. You gotta tell me what comes to mind first. Kansas City Facebook.
Oh. It's just like any other city.
Yeah.
Your algorithm tells you what you.
Nah, don't say that, because I be seeing some crazy stuff on my algorithm, and I ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Look, man, we got everything. We just like any other city, dog. And I just like I love me, flaws and all, I love Kansas City. That's flaws and all, baby. We the best.
The investments and the potholes. But you do have to love everything about it. And that's what, remember we had the interview with former mayor of Atlanta, Keisha Lance Bottoms, and she was talking about Atlanta.
I forgot we got that in
we
the cut.
We do. And even during that conversation, because like we were talking about how Atlanta is Atlanta, Kansas City's Kansas City, they respect their culture. Even though I know outsiders like us might look like, we like Magic City, Blue Flame, strip club, and we look down on those things, which I get. Absolutely. You know, have your public opinion. But that's a part of their culture. And it's like, you got to love every part of your city, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether, you know what I'm saying, you got to love it all. Just like you love your mama and your daddy, you love all the parts of them, and you know they got some bad sides. You better keep on loving it. And that boyfriend you won't let go of, you love him. Why you can't love your city?
I love my city. I know what we lack, but I know what we have in strength, boy. And we got everything that any other city has, just on a smaller scale. But I feel like people from Kansas City, we do things at a very high level. I feel like on a grand scale, they're all over the place, and not only in entertainment, but in business, architecture, and everything. Man, Kansas City is well represented, man.
I'm with you when you're right. All right, so now we're about to get into some of these hot takes, and some of these aren't really even full on hot takes. They're just kind of like some opinion pieces. And so we do live in a social media age where when people have when people act out of emotion, they don't really keep it to themselves no more, because you have places to put it. In the 90s, you didn't have nowhere to go. People in the 90s would have been doing the same thing. Little do you know. But when something bad happens in people's lives, they go to social media, which can be a negative thing. And one of the things I feel like we see more so is, instead of people leaving reviews or sending emails about how they feel about bad service of places, they go to TikTok or they go on Facebook and make like a video for it. Now, I want to get your opinion on just this era of people taking things to social media, because I understand for the business owners, it feels bad because stuff catches on like wildfire. So when somebody says something bad about your business, or you know, whether it's because it's still an opinion, but that was their experience. Now, sometimes people might, you know, take it and run with it, and maybe their experience wasn't that bad. Now they making it seem like it was really the worst ever. But I understand for business owners, it's like, you're hurting my small business. But then at the other side, we're in a public facing. I don't know. It's just like, I don't see nothing wrong with people say they had a bad experience at a restaurant. I get the business owners don't want that. But if people had a bad experience at your restaurant, they had a bad experience at your restaurant. And chunk it up. Move forward. You can capitalize off of it. Maybe you can make a whole stunt off this. Now you'd be like, oh, well, let's welcome her back and give her this and this and see if she still feel that way. But instead, y'all want to fight with the customers. What happens to the customers always right?
I don't know if a lot of people gonna agree with my opinion on this, but like, you know how much of a competitor I am, and it's like being in a public light for so many years, you just get used to certain things. And it's just, with me, I check yourself. If you're not serving the best, if you're not putting the best out, then I feel like you should be held accountable for that.
Yeah.
And especially in this economy, when let's say let's just say a restaurant or a local person who's cooking out of their kitchen, and they giving food and they charging $25 for plates or whatever, bro. If somebody don't like your macaroni and cheese or something like that, or your oxtails ain't cooked all the way through, bro, it's only right for these people to come on and tell their community and people who they care about that, because they don't want to lead them astray, you know. So it's just a matter of what your expectations are. Like, what are you trying to hide? If you feel some type of way about people saying something about your restaurant, if you feel like it's not fair, then it's up to you to prove. Prove them wrong. I feel like people have the right to say however they want to say, or say whatever they want to say on their social media. Because they're spending their money on your business at the end of the day. Yeah. And it's like, people have said all type of bullshit towards me, toward untrue shit, things that are so far right field. And I get why, you know, some people will like lay into it a little bit more. Like I hate it when people be I need to hit on this too, because I got a soft spot for black owned businesses. I really do. But I do feel like people have the right to say what they want to say. It's just that I feel like the attitudes of some people are so unfair towards two particular places, Peachtree and Gates. And I'm like, dog, people be over exaggerating on,
I agree with your Gates.
On if Gates is bad. First off, Gates is not bad, dog. Like, what are we talking about?
I like Gates. I definitely go to Gates. Like, I like Gates.
Like, people will over exaggerate. I guess, okay, they didn't get their bang for their buck. Like, maybe they didn't get enough ribs. Yeah. You know, maybe they got the bad end of the rib tips, or you know, those
things are gonna happen.
With
any business,
and this goes with being a picky eater. My expectation. And this is going to cancel out my opinion on this to a lot of people after I say this, right? My expectation of food, it has to vary when you're a picky eater. Like you're never all the way satisfied 100%. And I guess like not when you're a picky eater. It's times where I'm like, ooh, shit. Oh,
right, this hit. We was just at Niecy's. Remember that food? Yes. Oh, that was smacking. That was right on the money.
On Niecy's, dog. Like they're not good.
But everybody's experience, I get, is not going to be the same. Like, there's some days that places are just going to be hidden. That's no different than a DJ. I get it. I've had I
ain't never going back to that. That shit trash.
Yes,
come on, dog.
Yes,
chill, y'all. Back. Why we gotta do all of that?
Yeah, I get it.
State why you are critical of them. State, because you're spending your money. I get it, dog.
Yeah, but you're saying people kind of take it a little bit too far sometimes, or the attitude.
Some people do, bro, and they lay into it. And like, bro, this is a legendary black-owned business in Kansas City. Yeah. Why are you purposely trying to tear them down? Give your critique. Okay, fine. You're not all the way satisfied. Just give your critique. Be cool about it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to go back, then don't go back. Like, why do we have to completely tear them down?
But what's your definition of completely tearing something down? Because if you just give your opinion, that's technically not tearing it down.
No, it's not. No, and I'm not saying that, but just just over exaggerating, saying that Gates is trash. Really? Come on, y'all. What are we talking about? That to me, that's over exaggerating.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, but people feel how they feel, dog, and just like I feel how I feel about certain things too. So I'm not trying to discount nobody's opinion on anything because we all, and
we all entitled.
And again, I'm super Kansas City. I got a soft spot for all businesses in Kansas City. I want us to all thrive as a city, but just like I don't know. I guess
dial it back a bit is what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing.
Just tell the truth. Tell the truth. But be articulate with your truth.
You be telling their version of the truth, which, like I said, everybody got their own little thing. And honestly, I think another thing that should be said is with companies and businesses, people need to keep them internally. You need people that's going to hold you accountable. And meaning, if Big Mama need to sit down in the kitchen and ain't everybody too scared to tell her, and now people outside are starting to realize that Big Mama need to sit her ass down, now you're going to start to feel it because you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not addressing it internally. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than somebody you just like, baby, it's okay. We got it from here. Like, we got it now. You just ain't feeling it right now. It's okay. But you have to have accountability. And I ain't gonna lie.
I agree.
I think some places, and it's not alone to Kansas City, it's just citywide. Franchises too. Because when people grow, things start to get a little diluted. And the recipes ain't the same recipes when you get bigger and bigger sometimes. But people be losing their sauce and they don't be realizing that it ain't hitting no more because they're not the ones consuming it like the people are. And you might have bad days.
I would say like Gates, Peachtree, like Wings and Things. I frequent those restaurants a lot.
Shout out to Wings and Things.
And I would say, let's say out of 10,000 times, I ain't been to them 10,000 times.
But out of all the times.
Out of like 10,000 times, I would say like I've had 100 bad experiences, dog. Out of those 10,000 times. Let me dial it down. If I've been to those restaurants 100 times, I might have had 3 bad experiences with those restaurants. And I feel like with the way that people talk on social media, with the vigor that they have,
you would think that it was like, terrible.
I ain't never going back. I ain't spending. Like, I can see if they cuss your mama out, or they said, "Fuck you, get the fuck up out of here." And they took your money.
They gave you a half a roll and you wanted a full one.
Like, and I'm like, dog, just state your critique and like, and
move around.
Talking about you ain't never going back. They be there next week, dog.
Facts on me. All right, this next conversation is, what is a hill you will die on? Now, for people that are unfamiliar with this phrase, no one's dying at all. The phrase is just, what is an opinion that you have that you stand by?
I got a good
heartily.
One to start out.
So I'll start with mine and you go.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really not even a big take. I've said this to you plenty of times, and it's simple. I think that Drake not making consistent music and giving out features is hurting music. That's my 2 cents. Please show him. Please, Esai. Hey, people need to see with this man. Look at him. Oh, brother.
Look, I get what you're saying, because it ain't really no like party hardy music right now.
And then just think about it.
I get it.
Even too, I love Kendrick. But even when he was doing this thing, now we just having a whole West Coast party. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to stay in one region. We don't. I'm just saying, like, it's the same thing with New York. Being from the Midwest,
but that ain't the only thing that's hot. That Jersey sound is hot.
In Jersey, more so, like, people ain't going.
We can play that here. You can do a little.
Yes, it's not the same. Cali is more popping than Jersey.
You got Afro beats, like you can throw that in there. What, like for a what? This is a part of being. This is a part of being a DJ. I'm not saying that you can't
play this stuff, but you know damn well you can't do no whole party on like that.
No, you do it in segments.
Yeah, but that ain't what we talking about. I'm talking about something you can really carry.
You can carry some
music. Now, you can carry. Of course, I can do some. I can do some Afro. I can take trips. We can go to Miami. We can do da da da. But I'm taking trips there musically.
You ain't feeling the New Young Miami,
I'm not finna park there. You know what I mean? You said what?
You ain't feeling the New Young Miami?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Jay White. You know he produced that new joint. Spin that.
That's why we mentioned it.
Yeah. Shout out to the family.
Jazz White. That's our bro right there.
We need you back on the show, man. But no, I'm saying like
you want some good jiggy music.
I'm saying
I get it.
yes, and then on top of that, like we got stuff we can dabble in, but it ain't. We can't.
Here's a
this
dirty
ain't the
little
default.
secret. It was struggling when he was making music. Like it's been.
So what do you think? So do you think it was? Do you think it's worse now? It don't even matter if you felt like he was struggling when he was here.
I feel like we're still in the era of the ladies taking over. Like I feel like the ladies still got it right now. And that's what really happened. Like it transferred from Drake to the ladies. To be honest with you. And I feel like as far as party music, club music, bro,
Future is still like number one in Atlanta.
60% of your set better be female hip hop when you're DJing. If you're DJing in a club, I feel like 60% of your set better be the women hip hop music. And I feel like that's
just songs that are geared towards women.
It's
like
not Megan.
Like the what's the name?
Geared towards women? It better be 80% of your set better be geared towards women.
You can drop plenty of Big Boogie because that there's like he
that's
got
kind of geared towards women.
That's what I'm saying. That's geared towards women. So you drop that and throw the classics and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, my thing is, I think
you want
that
some
Drake
twerk music, D?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Drake don't make so twerk music. Like Drake be making some very good simp records. And his last album that was
what's missing then?
I feel like just his song, what he carried, what he added. You know, sometimes people feel like, oh, so-and-so's bigger than the program, or they think they're bigger than the program. Sometimes people are a little bit bigger than the program. Like LeBron, I think he is bigger than the NBA.
So, okay, when you DJ in the Aura, do you feel like it ain't what it used to be, or do you feel like...
Well, I've never DJed in the club before the Drake era. I play Drake, and I've had people ask me to play more Drake. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll say this. It, like, DJing in the Drake era, and that's like 09 to, 20.
Yeah.
Which was that's
a run like
that's my main era of DJing. I mean, really, shit, 23. It's so many songs that like he's featured on. That's his that he'll do a hook on. That is
because that's what I'm saying. He just has a certain. I'm not trying to like. He just has a certain sauce that turns songs up.
What does that say about hip hop?
I don't know what that says about hip hop.
That's not good.
I don't know. I don't think so. But you don't think that
if one person is carrying this thing,
so
but he's not though. Right. Like, let's be clear, he's not.
I mean, he's not doing nothing right now. Is anybody carrying it?
What the ladies are.
I think the women are doing a good job, but I still think you need to have best of both worlds. Because even Drake was doing songs with the female artists more than I think most male artists were. What male artist in like just the last 10, 15 was doing as many collaborations with women as much as Drake? He know how to lean into stuff.
I think people are sick of the microwave music. Like we done had fast food microwave music for a long time now. And
what's your definition of that?
You're going to hate my example because the first person who came to mind was Sexy Red. I think people are sick of her.
Why do you think that's microwave music? You think we've never had microwave music?
No, I'm not saying that. No, that's all I just said. Like it's been, we done had it for a minute, and I just think people are tired of it. And I mentioned her because it was nothing to me. It was nothing different from her than any other female hip hop artist who was super vulgar, super pushing a line. I guess I feel like she just turned it up a notch. Which is evolution, and okay, fine, we get it. But I think now it's like people done seen it before. Is all I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's not talented or that I'm not wishing her well or any of that, because I do wish her well. But I think that people have seen her story and they're tired of it, and it's like, oh, it's the same thing again. So it's like, what are you going to talk about on this next project? As opposed to what?
Do you think that people are more critical of female artists lyrically than men? And I ask this based on what you're saying, because you're mentioning, like, I understand what you're saying, but you mentioning how it's like, oh, well, people are tired of stuff. Everybody's rapping about the same thing and have been rapping about the same thing for decades now. Granted, when hip hop first came around, you and I had the conversation about certain things were more positive. Went to the park, put the drugs down, brother. You know, like, okay, cool, but how long did that last before things started to get where people were sharing their truths, like NWA and more?
I think that people's I would think that across the board, the criticism is case by case. I think it's even. I don't think that people hold Sexy Red to a standard that they will hold.
Big Boogie?
Nah, not Big Boogie. Like Kendrick Lamar. Like their standards will be different.
Yeah, they're completely two different artists.
Yeah, so I think if you were to hold Sexy Red's standard to his, like she's gonna fail every time. You know, so I think there are different realms. But if Sexy Red were to do a song like Glorilla one time or something like that, I think that's more of her league of lyricism or whatever. But here's,
and Glorilla can actually rap.
Yeah, I think she's a decent rapper. Yeah. I like her style. For, you know, with the whole her Memphis flavor and all that.
But from music.
I think it's not lyrically where they judge. It gets there. It's more the package. It gets to the lyrics eventually, but this is the pendulum, the other side of the pendulum when it swings back on the sex sales thing. Because, okay, we done seen you twerk. We done seen you do all of this. We done seen your ass. We done seen you on. Okay, so what else is there? Now we're paying attention to your lyrics because now we looking for something else to dive into. And we see you shaking ass and we see you doing all this. We see your body everywhere. Okay, so what else is there to keep my attention? And I think that's where people go when they start to judge. They like, damn, she can't rap either. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Do you think it's the same that like that?
That's
idea,
the difference because men ain't selling sex.
What you think they
Most
selling?
men aren't.
Well,
I'm talking about themselves. Like.
Everybody's not LL Cool J. I get it.
Yeah, if he came out with a song like Sexy Red or something like that, his time will run out because it'll be another somebody else. It'll be Kimbo Slice coming up and trying to rap and do this.
But I'm saying, but I think that the bar is a little bit different for female artists than it is for male artists because a guy. Sometimes, not all guys, because everybody, it's case by case, like you said. Like, it's some guys that can get away with certain stuff because it sound good. Like, Drake can only make Drake delivery. Ludacris can only make his delivery. If certain rappers, if Kendrick said the same bar as Luda would, we would look at Kendrick like he's like, what the hell is this? Only Luda can do Luda. So it's like, because his stuff is very corny, but it sounds good because
Luda's a cold ass rapper.
He absolutely, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of these people do stuff when they want to be, but I don't try to. I realize too. I try not to blame the artists for stuff because they're also in an industry that is like, if you're not doing this, we can't keep you on the label. If you're not doing this, we can't keep it. If you can't sell this, we can't do nothing. And I know Jermaine Dupri has spoken about it too. It's like in the industry. It's certain things that the labels and actual people that have the power and control to do, they're pushing, they picking what they pushing. So it's like, if they're constantly only pushing and putting money towards the cliche, stereotypical music, what does that do for the people that are making talented music? I'm not going to be mad at the artist that's doing the right things for the art. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody got to change the wave.
Yeah, but that's been a conversation for decades. But I can't be mad. I'm not going to be mad at Sexy Red. I'm not going to be mad at certain artists. That's all.
I'm going to give you some examples on changing the wave. 2004, Kanye West, College Dropout, changed the wave, bro, on just what was cool. The standard of, this is what we supposed to be listening to. This is the new standard now. I would say Drake, he changed the wave in 2009. Yeah. When he started doing his boom clap music and lover boy music and stuff or whatever. Yeah. Like somebody has to change the way.
But it got to be somebody. And I didn't hear you mention any female artists that had moments where they kind of changed stuff in that regard of changing the whole industry.
Because what are they doing different? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. The bar is different for women.
They're women who rap. How are they changing the wave? Are they rapping a different way? Are they bringing the new stat like Migos? They didn't necessarily change the wave. Maybe they did a little bit.
I think they definitely had a, you know what I'm saying? A big influence.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and like Megan, she has her own style.
Everybody got their unique style. Is she really
changing the wave though?
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a good question to ask.
Were there copies of, like Erica Banks was kind of.
There's always gonna be copycats.
Like Megan's a big, like we're comparing Megan to Erica Banks, but my thing is that there was a replica of her. You know what I'm saying? Somebody thought that they could duplicate her.
Yeah.
Like, and there's a difference between Megan and Nicki Minaj, she changed the wave a little bit.
Yeah.
I think she's the one.
I think she's the game changer in female rap. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, you said that, I had to think about it. I'm like, you said it, I don't know, within the last year or so. I was like, yeah, she did for sure.
Yeah. And people, regardless, people gonna be mad, not mad, but people gonna have their opinions and be like, man, I don't, because when people do Nicki, for instance, she does a lot of changes in the flows and she does a lot of da-da-da-da. So people was like, this is gimmicky. I don't want to hear this. I think that if a guy, certain guys get away with doing some of that because ain't nobody checking for that. People just more critical of women artists. That's what I believe. I think that that's just going to be what it is. It's nothing to cry about, but I think that it's going to be different because when you see women, not you, but just in general, people do be looking at the women to be like, well, what she got? They want to see if she's going to, if she going to turn up a little bit, she gonna look a little bit, and they pay more attention to that. As much as people be like, we want conscious female raps with afros. No, you don't, bro, because you have those, and their careers have not reached Megan Thee Stallion's. So it's like, you say you want one thing as far as an industry and a career, everybody, all demographics, we say we want one thing, but when you get an artist that can really rap, rap like Rhapsody or somebody that's conscious a little bit on Kendrick, their careers are in great spaces. Absolutely can't take it from them. But if you look on a larger scale to be like Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B for once. Cardi B be saying some crazy stuff. Her last song, she said she was fighting over, and everybody went crazy, which is fine. But my point is, we pick and choose who we want to push and get behind because of various reasons. Yeah. But I think when people are more critical of female artists, because you don't look to the guy and be like, man, he talking about this same Mercedes. We know he gonna wear polo. We do. We know certain rappers that only talk about polo. We talked about Trick Daddy today. We get it. You finna talk about the same stuff, but ain't nobody saying it to them like they do female artists.
I think they do.
You think so?
For some, maybe it's on a grander scale with women because there's just way more men rapping.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the case. And then
because it's less for people to, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So, maybe that's it. But I feel like people complain all the time about, and this is why we have artists come and go all the time. With people doing the same things, rapping about the same things. Like I was thinking about the discography of like Plies the other day. And he literally had nothing else to talk about besides being a goon, women, and later on he just went 100% into women, robbing people, the club, making money. Like
that's a variety of things, but
really,
well, when I say variety, I mean you label like what was it like? It was
6 like 5 different things.
That's what I'm saying. That's 5 different
all
things
in the same like. Street,
but to me, for men, when they rap about women a lot, especially depending on how they talk about it, that's my version of females selling sex. It's the same thing. You steady talking about what you're gonna do and all of this stuff. It's the same thing. It's just different because you're a guy.
But I think about Plies, and I mention him specifically because, like, he went more so whenever he went into the women, whenever he went 100% that way, I feel like those were like way more successful.
Yes, absolutely.
Than him talking about he had the club hits with the Me and My Goons and at the club. I Am the Club. That was the name of the song. I was trying to think of the song.
I gotta go listen to that.
I Am the Club. Oh,
I never heard that before.
Oh, I gotta play it.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that.
Yeah, it used to be a club. That's a club banger for like 45 and up, definitely. But then it's like, okay, from he came in 2007, but then by 2010, 2011,
it started to
so I feel like it's because he was talking about the same things, and it's like your features is on the same things, your sound is the same,
right?
Like,
you do sound the same,
and it's like I feel like that's why I feel like people do grade men and women on the same scale, because there have been plenty of dudes who done fell off because they get critiqued on. Wiz Khalifa, another one. Even though I don't want to say he's fell off. I don't want to say that.
Right, because the last time somebody said that, he was mad.
I'm gonna say on a mainstream scale,
right?
Okay, like like Black and Yellow. He ain't had another Black and Yellow, and which is fine. He
Well,
don't
yeah,
he
we
don't
don't- we
need
don't-
it.
yeah, we
He
don't
don't
need
need it. That ain't his
We don't need
avenue or
another
whatever.
Black and Yellow.
He make weed smoking music. He make cool laid back
Right.
music, which is great and that's good. But he has this
I feel like he
sector
just
of
found his
people.
lane.
Yeah,
That's all I think. I don't think
and that's
he
what
ever
I think
fell
people
off,
do.
or I think he just found his lane.
And I think that's what people do. You know, eventually.
because being mainstream for a long period of time is very difficult. Like
Hell
we talk
yeah.
about it like it's easy. It's very difficult for you to stay consistent on a-lister level for Beyonce to stay Beyonce and or whatever. It's
Man,
very
look.
difficult for people to do this. Like let's not act like it. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. It's very difficult. You got to have you really have to have people push you because there's some talented
You
people.
got to give
but if
yourself
you
up.
you gotta go.
Okay, let me clarify that.
Yeah.
Not in a sense of because we got people out here that's it's the Illuminati and all that.
not like that. I know you. Yeah.
If y'all believe in that, whatever. That's not what I'm referring to. What I'm referring to is there's no free time.
Yeah.
There's no public going out shopping. There's no going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
You give yourself up. You give you give your life up.
Your privacy
Forever.
is gone.
It's done for the rest of your life, dog.
Yeah.
Forever. Especially with how permanent the internet is now. So that's the price you pay with that.
Okay. Question for you as a DJ, since we start talking about music. What is your biggest pet peeve as a DJ? Now that I've DJed for a little minute, I have certain things that I'm just like,
I don't know. I had to think about
but
that.
like I feel like I don't know if I have like a biggest pet
Oh,
peeve.
one that
easier.
irritates me is
What?
just
Let's hydrate.
I need some water, y'all. One that irritates me is the audacity of people. Like, bro.
I like where this is headed. I like.
Of course you do with your messy ass.
I like this.
It's
I
just-
like this.
It's just like, bro, why are you here? Why are you up here?
Yeah.
I'm working.
Yeah. That's true.
Like I am
Tapped in. You locked in.
I be locked in, D,
Yeah.
and I don't have no time for no distractions. And I want to greet people and be cool and be nice with people, and
Yeah.
I don't want to make nobody feel like they are they're insignificant or any of that. Man.
Absolutely.
I don't.
It's just not the best time.
It's
and
not.
everyone's not the same. Because when I first started DJing, I used to have to tell people, like that were my people, hey, I'm not trying to be weird. But sometimes when I first started, I was more focused because I was new to actually doing it, DJing. So I was just like, I'm not really, I can talk a little bit, but now I'm way more chill. I can move around. I can do stuff. I can record stuff. But I was more so just focused on the music. So I get it because everybody is different where it's just like, I've seen some DJs, they can do all type of stuff behind the booth and still be, and still be cool and be locked in. But it's like sometimes people just be bringing too much conversation to the booth. This ain't the time.
I feel like it comes off. My initial reaction is like, why are you being so inconsiderate right now? Like,
Right.
you don't see that I'm working. But then I take a step and I think about their point of view, and they don't think it's work.
Ain't nobody thinking about
Like,
it.
they're
Yeah,
like,
no,
oh, you're
facts.
playing-
People don't think it's work.
You're playing music. We're in a club. And of course, yeah, we're in a fun atmosphere. We're in
Yeah.
a fun environment. I don't want to disrupt that, and I don't want to take that away from people because they are in a totally different mindset than what we are. Like
I get that.
We're in a zone. We're trying to make sure that we do a good job. We're trying to make sure that the party goes on.
Right.
And, we're 2 or 3 songs ahead of where we are, where you think we are, and it's like there's so much going on. It's like, bro, I don't have time for no conversation right now. We can dap and I'll
Keep
give you
it pushing.
a pound, but bro, I got work to do. I got to wear these people out.
Yeah, I'm so weak. Okay, now question for you. Because we talked about this on the show. And Tyrese gave his 2 cents on Jack Harlow. So my question to you is, after Jack Harlow, shout out to Jack Harlow. I had a chance to interview him years ago, back when I was part-time. Very nice gentleman, very nice guy. But why are you mad at Jack Harlow but not the other non-black artists?
Who said I'm mad at Jack Harlow?
It's hot takes.
I just
Well, you're not mad at him.
I don't
Anyways,
dig.
Brian and I
I don't
talked about
dig
it.
his music.
Jack Harlow.
It gives me the ick. Just first off, he's wearing different clothes, so I feel like it's fake. Like I feel like you wearing a costume, dog. Like just be yourself. You like, bro. Are you trying to what? Come on, dog. What are you doing?
Let's see, what's the name of this new album?
like that hat he wore was just atrocious. It was so, I felt offended with him wearing that hat, dog. Like because you're doing
was it just the
bro? He don't wear stuff like that. He don't do that. Like, just be yourself, dog.
You don't think he's being himself? If he was being himself, would you feel like would you be like, okay, well, never mind, he's being his authentic self? You think people can evolve?
Like it's an act, dog.
I understand
with him
your perspective,
specifically
though.
With that. I feel like that's a total act. You're all of a sudden you walking down Harlem or wherever he was walking, Brooklyn, wherever borough in New York he was walking down. You listening to some boom clap. Come on, dog.
It's you and this boom clap, bro.
I find it real fake, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like stick to what you was doing,
but
man.
how did you feel about Justin Timberlake? Like when he was on his rise, like how did you feel about Justin Timberlake? Because he did a lot of dabbling with certain music that and artists of our community.
Back then, I had a certain respect for pop R&B sounding records. And
you don't have that respect no more?
It don't exist no more. And them type songs just don't. It's like there's no place for that type of music now. Because like people are too hard to listen to that type of music. I feel like now. Like imagine walk away. Like who's gonna make that song right now today? Because I mean, I guess
I personally love that type of music. Like personally, I would
the
listen
2000s pop stuff.
Yeah, like I love like the pop, and I listen to pop. So I mean, I love a good little pop record. I mean, I got some Taylor Swift songs that I like. You know what I mean? Like, I like a little crossover.
I feel like with Timberlake, he was a decent singer. Mm-hmm. First off, I didn't like what he did to Janet. That was super whack.
I was a kid when it happened, so I was so confused when when was that Super Bowl?
Super Bowl 36, 2004.
February, I was dead. I was definitely a kid.
Or was that 38? Not 36. I think that was 38. Yeah, 38. Yeah, Patriots and Panthers. Patriots won by 3.
Yeah, I was definitely a kid by then.
That was my freshman year of college when that happened, and I remember watching it live. It was wild.
Was your reaction?
Oh, it was crazy. I was shocked. I said, "Oh my God." I said, everybody was like, did we see what we just saw?
Because they didn't bleep it out, or no, they didn't have none. They couldn't. They weren't prepared for that.
It showed it for a second. He ripped the joint off.
What did he do?
And it showed it because they wanted to be provocative and do something stupid. Dumb. And then when he was in on this, and then when the feet hit the fire, white privilege kicked in, and he put Janet under the bus, saying that he didn't have nothing to do with it and all.
Well, you the one that did it, bro.
Right? Like so, but yeah, it was wild.
Though. I don't agree that Janet agreed to that.
That was I think she did.
I don't think Janet did.
She had an album to sell. Demeter Joe had to sell. Right.
I'm gonna stand with my black sister and say that she didn't agree to that and then he was the one that did it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
have no idea.
Biggest Janet fan right here, by the way. But I feel like with Timberlake, just there's a difference between him and Harlow because I feel like Timberlake can actually sing, and he's not
Jack Harlow's not a singer.
So why the fuck is he doing this bullshit then?
Do you think Brent Faiyaz is a singer?
According to younger people, yes.
Okay, well, according to some people, they think that Jack Harlow can be a singer. Anybody can be a singer. Like,
I guess the thought process is anybody can do anything. Yeah. I don't want to go against that because that's the world we in.
And people everybody be leaning. And once you one thing about it, it's not even just a now thing. I remember when I was growing up with Drake and Nicki, they were leaning into singing, and they don't really they can't really sing, but you know what I'm saying? Like you can do it like a little, they can do a melody, like a little, yeah. And I've heard Nicki sing. She can sing like a certain note, but you can't like really sing. You know what I mean?
The bars where?
I'm not gonna say the bars in here because the songs where they were singing, I liked it. Moment for Life, all of it. I can't co-sign that, big brother. I can't co-sign it. But the songs, so I like when artists kind of lean into that a little bit. Let's don't do too much of that. But it's a difference when you're trying to push that you're a singer. But I think it's a lot of older people that I don't think can sing either. So if they got away with it, what makes you got more technology now and AI?
That's how younger people felt too. Yeah, like you go back and listen to and I do this.
You be like Keith Sweat, this song, bruh.
Hey, with the younger folks, with I'll say. Not even 30. I'll say with 25 and younger, if they go back and they listen to Orange Juice Jones, I saw you and him walking in the rain. Like, he wasn't a great singer, and that was a big hit in the 80s.
Right, you don't have to be talented in areas to sell and to be a name.
Man,
you don't.
Man, it was so many people who just, and it was so many hits that people just, if you just hold a note, like, you know, and
what I'm saying.
What's a good singer now? Like, what, like, of course, I think that's the difference now, because I remember my daddy told me one time, he went to go see Luther Vandross live, and he said, I mean, it was just the way, I guess, that his vocals was coming out to where I've never heard not one bad review about Luther. Everybody brags about how Luther Vandross used to sing. And then really, and then I think we talked about this before with my theory on singers now as opposed to back then. The church house versus the trap house. The singers now come out of the trap house. The singers used to come out of the church house. You know what I'm saying? And I think the stylistic thing is a difference, because if a younger person heard somebody singing out of a church, they would look at them different. They wouldn't look at them as an R&B singer because they wouldn't be sexy enough, or they wouldn't sing their type of melodies and harmonies or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I think the standard of what people view as what's singing or what sounds good, it's flipped. It's different.
Okay, I'm with you. What do you feel like is people's biggest misconception about you?
Me? Oh man,
I know you like this question.
I do, but I don't. I love this question, but I don't know people's.
Well, you don't know
perception
what people's perception
about me.
of you.
I really don't. Because
what do you think somebody could like think? You know, just be like, oh, and it's not. No, that's not true. Like it could be as simple as they think I grew up in the 30s. I'm from the 50s. You know, like I don't know.
You know, I've had a couple comments on some of my reels about where I'm from. My jaw drops whenever my jaw drops, really. And this is how wide of a range of an audience we had. Somebody said that I wasn't from no Kansas City hood ever, and I'm like, oh man, I you know,
that's the power of the internet. People just be saying stuff.
Not that I wish that was true or anything, but it couldn't be further from the truth,
right?
Dog.
Yeah. And
people have their assumptions, and they view you in their limited form that they see you. It's literally people that have only heard me on the radio.
Yeah.
They've never seen my videos. They've never seen me in the town. They never see me at a party. They've only heard me on the radio, and they think that, and I think that they think that that's like what I'm limited to doing, or what the only things that I talk about, only things that I'm interested in.
Because sometimes people will just listen for 5 minutes and think that that's the entire show. And then they might, because we've had people that comment was just like, oh, did y'all talk about, y'all should have talked about this. And it's like, at 7:38, we actually did, cousin. You know what I'm saying? So those comments are, I mean, like I said, I don't take offense to anything, but it's just like, sometimes people make comments that's just ignorant. Yeah. You know, like, why did I talk about this? We did. I'm sorry that you missed it. The show's up online. You can go watch it and listen to it again.
What is something that people have told you about me that is totally false?
I don't know, because I don't feel like anybody ever really says it.
Asshole.
No, I don't feel like people would come up to me and be like, "Yeah, I thought Brian be shining." Da da da. I don't think people would feel comfortable coming up to me saying anything. I would
love to do a Myron, a perceptual study.
Oh God, a ChatGPT study. Yeah. That's all it's gonna be.
Like I would like, just what do you think of, like? And I really don't know, D, because like, you know, my philosophy. I think
people think you're older, maybe because you've been on the radio for a long period of time. Maybe it's and you're dark skinned.
Like,
that's what it is. People think you're dark skinned. That's what it is.
I get that all the time. Yeah. My daddy was. So you know.
Yeah.
It ain't on me, it's in me. Pause.
And be on the pause. That's kind of crazy. Let's do. All right, this other kind of topic, and I'm gonna try to figure out a way to work this, because I've had a lot of these conversations with my homegirls, my sisters, and I'm a true believer, and we say this all the time, that when you're dating people, that if you really want to know how or if a man or even a woman respects other women, it's certain topics that you should just talk about. For one, and this is dating conversations that I've had with my friends, and it's just like they were in the middle of a date and the dude maybe said something a little distasteful. Very small, but it's very big. So for instance, if you're trying to figure out if a dude is like, you know, how he feels about women as a whole, mention the KLAY Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. Like, for real, like, it's so many things. Like, you can just...
Fellas finna get trapped.
No, but for real, that's real. Or just be like, talk about the WNBA or talk about equal pay. It could be the smallest of things. And then a guy just be like, well, I don't really think women need to be, making 6 figures because...
you're right.
And you have these conversations and people you be like, what the hell? Like, what they do to you?
You trying to leak information. That's what you trying to do. Nah, for real. That's, that's where you find the red flags.
And I think the same is for men too. Yeah. Like, there's probably certain things that you all would, like, if a woman says some of these things, you can, now once again, we're assuming, because there's some comments people can make morally that you might think that, oh, this might be a terrible person. But the whole time they just have a hot take in this one department, but they still a good quality people.
That's when your conversation got to get deeper. That's when you gotta get below the surface and start articulately, like, ask certain questions that will lead to whatever answer you want to get to, as far as trying to measure their ethical moral standard.
Yeah. And right now, to wrap up our last topic, we're gonna talk about KLAY Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion.
So this is a trap for me.
It wasn't a trap.
That's what this was.
Not really. But the thing is, and it's crazy because I think a lot of people share certain opinions. Just like black women, overall, some of us share the same opinion. White women share some of the same, we of the same demographic. So I get the opinions sometimes are generally the same. Well, with this KLAY thing and Megan, the only thing is,
strap up.
People break up. It's not the end of the world. It's not going to be the end of the world. I get that it feels like it's the end of the world. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody should feel that way. I don't understand why everyone's attacking, not everyone, certain people on social media attacking Megan. I don't think you should attack either one of them, because the thing is, whatever they had was what they had. Y'all want to be mad at KLAY. I get it. You're loyal fans of Megan, and people that are logos, or big supporters of KLAY Thompson. You didn't spend about 6 bands last month to go see him courtside, sit on the bench. I get it. But I don't get how, if allegedly he cheated, why people in Megan's comments mad at her. I don't, that's the type of stuff I don't get. And it happens on both ends of relationships. Like, if the woman was the one that cheated, everyone's mad at the guy. It's just always, we're just all calling this jiggy jammer.
Man, you already know where it's fueled from. Like, men, it's a lot of men who already had a lot of resentment towards Megan anyway. So
that's all they needed. All they needed was a reason. It's somebody that be on social media a lot that probably woke up that morning, saw the headlines that Megan Thee Stallion broke up.
They went, let's go.
They said, bet.
You know who it was? Academics.
Oh, for sure. Well, he do be, because I'm like, what side he be on? Yeah, he's like, I forgot.
Oh, he has,
because he's made some comments that I have agreed with, not with her situation. But that's what I'm saying. I hate when y'all make me agree with people that like him.
Hey, he has some stuff in the drafts, boy.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
But it's that, and like, they already had their preconceived notions, man. There's a lot of people had their preconceived notions about her already. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, some of the other women who are making their comments kind of fueled the men, because you throw a dog, you throw a rock at a dog and the hit one gonna holler. You know what I'm saying? So a hit dog gonna holler, and some men are offended by some of these women's comments and what they're saying, trying to defend Megan.
We always be in everybody's relationship, but I mean, that's the day in life. That's social media.
So look, we're this sad, bro, because the men and the women are never going to see eye to eye on this subject at all. The men think that, KLAY is more of a high value asset than Megan is, and they think that Megan's a hoe, and they running down her. It's been the mean game right now.
But that's what I'm saying.
It is outrageous right now.
That's the part of the conversation that always is the worst part. Go ahead.
I mean, but the women know. The women are just totally discrediting Klay Thompson. Like, what are we talking about? This is a 4-time champion, though. He was on a dynasty. He's a Splash brother. Like, what? Like, what are we? Like, the women are just trying to discredit Klay, and now he's lame.
It sounds like both. Yeah, people are discrediting on both sides.
We're never going to see it. Yeah. It ain't. Yeah. This is
because you got to think.
This is a war.
People are coming. Right.
World War IV. Like,
right. It ain't gonna last long. But like people discredit on both ends. I get it because if you're used to being in your world of Klay, you know more about basketball than Klay, Splash Brothers, all this good stuff. If you're in the world of Megan Thee Stallion and just the rap and music industry, you're going to be more so thinking that this person is superior or whatever because she's hanging out with Beyonce. I get it that you're in your own worlds and you think that that's it, but it's not.
But see, Klay was on the NBA Finals for several years. He beat LeBron James in NBA Finals. He's the one that go against LeBron James because they play the same.
But that's a sports thing.
But they're on ABC.
I get it. But you gotta go watch ABC to know it.
But the fact is network television. I ain't never seen Megan Thee Stallion on network television before 2019. Like in 2019, that she was doing the doing the freestyle videos with the cutoff jeans and a bra on.
So you see the details.
I'm just saying at the time, Klay was already a champion by that time.
Yeah, you can't take away you can't take away what he's done in his career.
Oh, they are though, D. And this is why the men are like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, I think people just be trolling.
And that's
too.
why we ain't gonna never see eye.
Yeah, but that's why I say I think I get it. I get it on both ends. You know me. I try to be understanding on both ends. I get it. Look, I don't. Go ahead.
If he cheated, he was wrong, and she had a zero tolerance for it, and it needed to end. But at the same time, it's like I look at it like, first off, I feel like she puts all her business out way too much. Like but they're public figures. They're on another stratosphere
like
than we are.
They could have kept their relationship private. Well, to an extent.
Because they gonna find out eventually.
Because they ran down some of the women he's had before her. And I didn't know he was pulling. You know what? People be seeming corny, but that's just how they look. You know what I'm saying? He seemed corny to me. Like, but the corny guy always wins. Like, you really be a buck. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Russell. He handling business. So it's like, but Klay's had some women. They just were kept it under wraps. So I feel like they could have tried, but he never dated a high profile woman, which Megan Thee Stallion is. He was dating women that weren't really, you know what I'm saying, that popular and known. So TMZ ain't gonna follow them. They following you. But now they feeling both of y'all. So that's probably real sticky to get, you know what I'm saying, to really keep the relationship low. I get it. But it would have got out there. Just like Lotto, her trying to hide the pregnancy, got out there eventually.
And the men get offended because they feel like women are just, yes, losing somebody is a loss. But they trying to make it like... They're trying to make it like Megan is some type of like devastating loss for him. Like he can't recover from this. Like
that's just how everybody does at the end of a relationship.
That's where I get irritated with it a little bit. Yeah. Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's how everything is. Because I feel like when anybody breaks up with anybody or even a job, people always want to, you dim down what was going on. You just be like, well, da 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 da. But so it's like that's natural. We're going to always do that. So that's why it ain't going to last. Like this type of conversation of people downplaying him and downplaying her and then being like, oh, Klay's going to do this and do that. Klay's already been on the downhill part of his career.
I feel bad for her next dude, dog.
So it's like,
I feel bad for him.
I mean, I don't feel bad for him.
With?
I don't know who she is.
I'm talking about what type of
person?
Standard of a person, like.
What you mean?
Like maybe
industry.
Not. I'm sorry, maybe not standard of a person. Mm-hmm. I take that back. Maybe not somebody in entertainment or an athlete. Maybe.
Well, I don't think people should date athletes. Period. So
we're not going to go there.
No, that's real. I don't think anybody should be dating or taking anybody that's an athlete, professional athlete, seriously.
Can't get no WNBA players or no women.
I mean, shout out to Bam. Shout out to Bam and Asia Wilson. I think what they got going on is beautiful because it seems like they really head over heels for each other. There's normally always just one person that's head over for heels in those situations, and the person that's head over for heels is not going to end well with you. When it's not going to end well for you in some of these situations. So but Reginae talked about that too. I don't think you should be dating rappers, and I don't think you should be dating. And when I say dating, I mean seriously dating. It's plenty of women and men that are dating these professional athletes that are having fun. Have fun with these people. That is it. You get a couple trips, you know, whatever, and they're fun people to be around. But you don't put all your eggs in one basket and be like, oh, I'm trying to do this, because you're gonna be disappointed when you find out that they have 4 or 5 secret girlfriends and maybe even a boyfriend on the side. Like, you know, like, you gotta, like, you can't do all of that. Just have fun and kick it.
What they doing on the trips, D?
I don't know what they doing on the trips. Not on the court. Well, that's what I'm saying. Oh, you talking about the trips that they would take with them? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Everybody had their preference, so do what you do.
What are they doing?
Hanging out.
What activities they doing?
Yeah. Yachts, you know what I'm saying? Yachts and yachts. Yahtzee.
They riding a yacht?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay.
But that's but that's the thing. Do what you want to do. But trying to nail somebody down that's a professional athlete that's young. Carucci, get Deion Sanders when he's Deion. He get him where he at now. Cool. He needs somebody at the bedside. He's not finna be out here running the streets because he can't. So it's just like, you don't need to be trying to date these professional athletes. And I mean that for men and women.
So Megan needs to get with, she need to settle down with
I don't know.
With an entrepreneur, a local Houston entrepreneur, hardworking man.
You gotta be careful with them. Entrepreneurs, the owner,
the former
them be scammers.
The former owner of the Turkey Leg Hut.
Oh God! You know he in a court case right now. His wife or his ex-wife was just like exonerated from the whole situation. But
so with Megan, if she's truly honestly worried about infidelity,
because she's only been in 1 or 2 relationships,
would she get with? Would she get with somebody who's in city government? Would she get?
Seeing as how Jason Lee just got appointed.
Bad example. That's a bad example.
Jason Lee just got appointed as vice mayor, so I think anything's possible.
That's a bad example. Would she get with somebody who is the general manager, the regional general manager of Office Depot? Could you see Megan Thee Stallion getting with somebody like that?
I mean, she made it Tory Lanez. She didn't even date Tory Lanez. They was just, you know.
He makes a solid ass living, a good ass living. Maybe let's just say
a solid ass living.
Let's just say he made.
Sound like you finna say 70,000.
He's a general.
It's not a solid ass living.
He's a regional manager for
and they be making 6 figures
for the southern part of for Office Depot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He making 6 figures. He making 400,000 or something like that.
That's great.
You think Megan could settle down with somebody like that? I
think when she loves somebody, like when she be related, she's a lover girl. So when she be with these people, she like with Party and KLAY, she be super. She's cooking. I did see. So my answer is yes. My quick comment to this is I seen somebody in the comments that was like, I'm really more pissed at KLAY because he had her cooking for white people because, you know, his family's white. And I ain't gonna lie, that comment took me out because I understand what you're saying. You got me over here giving them my sauce and my secret recipes, and you're over here at Blue Flame by the end of the night. And I'm not saying he was at Blue Flame. It's all alleged. But I'm just saying, like, you had her cooking in front of them white folks.
Deona K.
For them white folks. You is a mess, KLAY.
KLAY gonna come after you.
Hey. But I always was opposites like of KLAY because I'm a LeBron and Dwayne Wade, so I've always been but I'm a competitor in the sense of basketball. So like KLAY's great at what he does, but I've never been a Splash Brother, Steph Curry, Golden State Warriors fan. So I've always been on the opposing side of my boy.
Look at this.
A true hater. No, I ain't no hater.
Yes, she is.
I just had to say that because we got
true
him
colors,
in the building. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. So I've never been a KLAY Thompson, but he's done great stuff. Like, I cannot be a fan of you as a player, but still recognize the fact that you've had an impact in the game. Can't take that away from you, my boy. But you did have that lady cooking in front of white people. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know what she can do. I think she seems like a lover girl. She seems like when she's single, and she does what single people do. Like the people that make the solid livings and the people that don't make solid livings.
Is that productive for her next relationship?
I don't know. That sounds like a conversation she should have for her therapist. That's not a conversation I can have for Megan Thee Stallion. But I'm a girl's girl when it comes to those type of things. So
yep, there's your answer.
I support I support the next project, because the thing is, I'm still, I support a lot of things, but there's a balance. You gotta have balance, and I don't think everybody has balance. I see stuff that certain women do, and I'm like, that's not it. But I don't think you guys do the same thing for men. You'll still back up Nick Cannon. You'll still back up certain people.
Who did?
Not you specifically. I'm just saying the culture of men. It's like, I say I'm a girl's girl, and now it's like, oh, that mean you let women slide? Like, nah, because I'm strict. And I know some women that do some stuff, and I'm like, you shouldn't. Like, I don't have friends near me that be doing certain stuff that's foul, so I don't really have to check them. But I be seeing stuff that people do, and I'm like, that's not cool. I don't care if you're a woman or we look the same or not. If that's not cool, that ain't cool. But I don't feel like that's universal. I feel like more people had that type of mindset, we'd be in a better place, because we'll all hold everybody accountable. You know what I'm saying? But everybody don't be feeling like that. Girl don't mean you just let people slide. And neither does holding down your partner that you know ain't seen his kid in 6 months. Like,
no, I don't tolerate that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, have a healthy balance.
All my brothers, anybody who's associated with me, if you don't take care of your kids, I cannot be around you.
No sirski. Last question for you. French Montana or Rick Ross? They are having a versus battle. I don't really know.
Drake.
I don't know who. I don't know. This versus battle was out of nowhere.
This is stupid and ridiculous. Why is... I'm not trying to disrespect French Montana, but damn, he bites he bites somebody on every
he got some money.
Record.
That's really what it is. Like, he got connections and he got some money.
Like, bro, like how is it that he's having a versus? Rick Ross is on his songs, dog.
So they gonna do the
French Montana's on Rick Ross's songs.
And that's what Cash said on Twitter. He said this sounds like a concert.
It's pointless. Yeah, I think that's what versus is now, and that's what I think that's what more so it should be. It should be more so, okay, it's versus, okay, but we're celebrating both artists, and like we're listening to their catalogs.
Yeah,
but I feel like
I don't like this lineup. I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like French Montana versus Rick Ross.
Yeah,
I feel like it's sudden. I feel like it's a true recession indicator. I don't know what's going on.
Who could Rick Ross? Because I love Rick Ross's catalog. I love the luxury rap. I love that shit.
I think it's fly.
And it's like, I don't know who he would go against. Like,
I just don't feel like French is the good matchup.
No, French is no, it's not. French is bad, and I'm trying to think of somebody who,
because even one of his biggest songs was really a Ray Shrimmer song.
It would be like Jeezy or T.I. with Rick Ross, to be honest, because all of them make luxury, trap rap too, but
right.
I
that PO music.
I don't have any more after that, dog.
Ricky Rose don't make
that.
Shout out to Tia Kemp. I wonder if she gonna be there.
Oh Lord, no.
Hey, please put her front row and center.
I would love to see you interview her.
Oh, that would be crazy. I probably wouldn't get a word in edgewise. Well, there you have it, folks. The big homie Brian B. Shynin.
Shout out to Auntie.
Is you pick Rick Ross?
Drake. That's what I picked.
Drake. That's a smart answer.
Drake is gonna be on every single song played almost in his verses.
I'm rooting for Tia Kemp. I think she's gonna come out this battle with the W. So there's that. Thank you for joining us on Hot Takes.
Everybody out.
Oh, absolutely. And sometimes people need to be cussed out. And I'm not the one to do it. So Tia Kemp, she can do it. So maybe we should have a segment where she calls in and cusses people out.
You're editing that,
okay. Not me. A lot of Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking some time and joining me.
Appreciate you, man. Pleasure is mine.